Welcome back. Today we making street tacos. Now these ain't the tacos you go to Walmart and you buy with your grab. No, this is another level taco. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be delicious, and I promise you, you ain't gonna be running to the toilet all day. All right, let's get into it.
Oh, that better be a promise.
The only thing I'm promising to you is that I don't knock your head off. And that's only a promise a little bit. Because I need somebody to hit the play and power button on the camera. Now shut your mouth.
Domestic violence.
Let's get into our ingredients. All right. So here's the ingredients we're going to use. I'm going to just spit them off. But in the bottom of the video, I'm going to start putting the ingredients down there so y'all can follow along. That way, when we're cooking, we can all cook it together and you know what to go to the store to go get. All right? Let's spit it off.
That's stupid.
I'll hit the button down there when I need your assistance. Thank you.
Fine.
So, 1 tablespoon of cumin. All right? 2 tablespoons of chili powder, that is. 1 tablespoon of oregano. 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper. Now, cayenne pepper is going to give it a little spice.
Like the color?
What? 1 tablespoon of paprika, preferably smoked paprika. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. A 1/2 tablespoon of red pepper, which for some reason isn't written on my board over there. I wonder why. Don't even talk. 3 cloves of garlic. That's going to give it a good flavor. 2 pounds of flank steak. Flank steak, you know the steak that's flank? Now I know a lot of people tell you to use skirt steak. I like using flank steak. If you want to use skirt steak, it's okay. But just remember, it's very thin and you're going to have to maybe cut your ingredients in half. All right. Now, let's get into the cutting up and the cooking process. Let's get it going. All right, so first we're going to cut up our flank steak. Now, this is what we're going to use for our meat. And I promise it's going to be good. Now, if you're new...
Talking about the board?
No, the thing on the board. Okay? Let me...
But you're so flank.
Listen. Stop. Okay. So, if you're new to cutting meat, there's a certain way we do things around here. Make sure you're holding your knife in a comfortable position. A lot of people like to do this. It's going to hurt your wrist if you're cutting for a long time. All right? Hold it comfortably. Rest your thumb. You see they got these grooves right here? See that? That's for your thumb right there. Perfect. Now, a lot of y'all might already
Kind
know.
of bragging a little bit.
I'm not bragging. I'm just showing them. People are not everybody knows everything all the time, all right? All right.
Bet you bought that online.
I bet you bought your attitude online. www.ebay. Shut the hell up, okay? Let me do it. All right. Now we're
Fine.
All right, let's do it. So first, we're going to go along on little strips. Like this. Right? Now be careful of your hand. Obviously, we don't want to cut. Now we want to slice. The more you go down, the more it's going to look like a wavy flavor. We don't like that. All right? Let's move you up a little. All right, so now we're doing it. Be very careful where you place your hand. You don't want to do anything crazy. I've already cut this earlier for aesthetics. So now we're gonna grab a chunk, right? Grab a chunk, not all of it, don't get crazy.
Cheater.
You're a cheater, pumpkin eater, shut your mouth. So now we cut it in little things like this, look at that. Now make sure that while you're doing this, you've got your hand comfortable. If not, it's gonna start hurting after a while. Now, remember to slice, not chop. We're not chopping. We're slicing, like slice, not chop, not chop. No, wrong. That's for the other part. For this, we're doing it this way. Now let's add this to our pan. All right. All right. Let's cut the rest.
Aren't you chopping it?
I'm slicing, chop, slice. Chop,
Also,
chop,
you're gonna
slice.
cut it.
Chop, slice. I'm about to cut the excess people I have in the room and my ex-employees. Now, right after you cut your meat, make sure you're wiping your blade off. We're gonna
Is
need.
that rag dirty?
Now, this is called a cooking rag. We use it multiple times while we cooking. All right? We're gonna wipe it off, and we're gonna keep. All right, we're gonna wipe it off. We're gonna keep wiping it off until we feel like it's good. There's no point to pressure wash your knife everything. It's okay. We cooking one meal with it. Take care of your knife. Your knife is a big part of your cooking process. Find you a knife that's comfortable in your hands. This is mine. I got it from Dale Strong. I really like it. Feels good in your hand.
I thought the pot was the most important part.
That's a part of it, okay? That's a part of it. It's not the whole thing. All right, so let's get on to the cooking process. Let's do it. All right, now we're gonna put our pot, pan, and other things on medium to high, right in the middle.
That was a little weird.
Your whole face is weird, and I don't understand why you keep talking when you ain't supposed to be talking. It's every goddamn time.
Dramatic.
I'm putting the butter in the pan, okay? Butter in the pan. We're gonna let this melt down, and right when it melts down, we're gonna add our meat. So give us a couple minutes. Let's do it. I told you. All right. So now we're gonna cut up our onion. Now I've already started over here. Let me show you how I do it. So I get my fingers. Make sure you curl it. You don't want your knuckles to get stuck in there.
You should probably use like a nail cut right now.
Oh my goodness gracious. So, we're gonna chop the onion. Ready? Now, when you get to this part, we're gonna turn it. Now, I know a lot of y'all are like, duh, I get it. But some people don't know how to do it.
Duh.
Well, I wasn't maybe talking to you, okay? Maybe it's about other people. It's not always about you and what you got. Let me put it. It's not always about you and what you got going on, okay? You are not the most important person in the world. Turn the page. Open up the book of yourself. Turn the page. Nobody cares, okay? Can I get back to it?
Fine.
All right, now that we turned it to the side, we're going to chop. Very careful of your fingers here. Now, see how that looks? For this meal, I like to go back and hit it one more time. Right?
Kind of looks like confetti.
You kind of look like a bitch. Shut up. All right, be careful of your blade. Put it together. What do you got? Onions. That's it. Nothing exciting. All right. So, let's go to our next step. All right. So now we're ready for our garlic. Now, Here's a trick a lot of people don't know. Before you cook your garlic, you gotta break your garlic. So get your clove right here.
I feel like you've done this before.
I did it on the first video. 99 problems, but your mouth is one. Okay, shut up! Get your garlic on the end. And then you gotta be careful of your blade. You're breaking your garlic. All right? Now we're only using 3 cloves. Now after you break it, get your garlic out of there. See that? Look at that. That looks like a beautiful thing.
Looks like peanuts.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's not peanuts. All right, now we're getting it out. Now we broke it. Now when you break it, it's bringing out that freshness. It's like breaking it up, making that fresh juice, making it not so, you know, stale and nasty. Look at that moist garlic. I usually recommend using your own fresh garlic. It's going to make your meals taste good. What you looking at? Here there. It's going to make your meals taste good. All right. Careful with the end of your knife. Don't forget, I don't want to be liable. Let's move that over. Let's move on to our next section. All right. Our butter's ready to go. We're going to add our steak. For this, we're going to move the camera down here and we're going to watch it cook. Come on over, see what I'm saying. All right. We're going to add our steak.
Oh, why is there steak in there?
Because we made a boo-boo, okay? I went to add the steak and then you started running your mouth again, like always. So.
Don't have to bring me into it.
Now listen. Shut your mouth. We're going to add our steak. We're going to watch it cook. We'll be right back when that's done. That this has been cooking for a little bit, we can go ahead and add our soy sauce. Spread it around real nice.
Isn't that supposed to be like Chinese food?
No, not everything in the world does everything in the world like it's supposed to be. Because, you know, the world is, that's why pie need potassium.
You can't even speak.
I had a stroke, okay? Sometimes it happens. So let's calm down. We're going to get our spice. We're going to go ahead and add our spices. Let's mix it around. Now, why are you being stubborn?
I hope you washed your hands.
I hope you washed your attitude because it smells like gutter rottenness, okay? All right. Let's mix that around. All right. All right. So we're going to let this cook for a little longer. And then we're going to come right back, all right? Let's do it. All right. So we need to add 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. That's going to be our last ingredient. We're going to add that just to add a little pizzazz. Now sprinkle it.
Why did you say it in the first place?
Because it's a surprise ingredient. It's going to be down at the bottom in the description, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Now I know that seems like a lot of salt, but it's not, I promise. It's kosher salt. That ain't gonna hurt. All right, let's mix it around. So, from here, we're gonna strain it, and we're gonna be ready. See y'all in a minute. So now we're gonna add our onions and our garlic. We want this to be last because unlike some meals, we actually want the onion to have some crush and the garlic to have some flavor. We're gonna go ahead and add that. Now we ain't gonna let this cook long, maybe 10 minutes.
I like red onions.
That's what's in it. That's red onions.
That's purple.
No, it's red onions. Red onions.
That's purple.
Okay, I understand it's purple, but it's a red onion, okay? It's like an onion, but it's purple, but the whole time it's red.
Just call it magenta.
I'm gonna call you later. All right, so we're gonna let this cook down, and then we'll be right back. Only 10 minutes. All right, so we gotta cut up our lime. Now this is for the end.
You need to wash your cotton board.
It's all going into the same meal. You can use the same cutting board. If not, you're gonna need a cutting board for every ingredient. Shut your mouth. That's why this is this one, and we had the wooden one over there for the steak. Okay? Can I continue?
That's pretty gross.
Grab your knife. So we're not doing this for beer. Actually, this is for my beer. Put that to the side. This is for a meal. So we're just gonna cut. I'm mostly just wanting to show off my new knife. Okay? I just got it. It was expensive and I like it.
Show your money, why don't you?
It wasn't showing money. It's just showing something I like. Look how sexy.
Don't even see it.
Oh, well, I'm going to see you in the grave if you don't go ahead and shut your mouth. All right, let's move on to the next step. We got our limes cut. Let's move them to the side. All right, let's go. All right, now, don't forget to squeeze your lime on there. Now, add any ingredient you want. Cheese, lettuce, black olives, guacamole, a little bit of personality, whatever you want. Now I present to you street tacos. Let's do it together.